Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to get a little glue and a crummy old glue brush, and we're just going to put down a basic layer of flock to start with. So just, well, if you get your glue to work. This is always fun. There. Alright, so just throw some glue on here. I'm just going to basically flock up a big part of the flat area on the top. And you know, you can be pretty liberal with the glue. Just kind of spread it out a little bit. Alright, and then I always spread flock. I just get like a big, I think this is 8x14 or something, big sheet of paper. I crease it in the middle to make it easier and put whatever I'm dumping on there on top of that. And I've just got a mixture of some light green and some yellow fine flock here that I'm going to use. Don't do this under a fan because this stuff will blow everywhere. So, and just load it on there. Okay, so we've got a little layer of flock on there. See? Looks nice. Alright, now I'm going to put some bushes on. If you're going to use this as a tool caddy and you're going to be putting cups down here, you want to be careful about where you put your bushes so that you're not constantly knocking them off with the cups. So just keep that in mind. Even if you're making game terrain, you want to think about how it's going to be used and not put stuff where it's going to be problematic. So, you know, just keep that in mind when you're doing this stuff. So I've just got some clump foliage here. I'm going to dump some out and see if I can pick some good looking stuff. Alright, well I think that looks pretty good, so I'm just gonna put some white glue on there and stick them down. Alright, so I mean there's the bushes, look a little plain. I want a little color, so I'm gonna put some purple flowers on this one just to give it a little bit of color. So I'm just gonna kind of dab on some little gobs of white glue around the bushes and then sprinkle some purple stuff on them. Okay guys, sorry, real life was climbing up here in my fantasy zone. Alright, so I just dabbed some glue on these bushes, and I'm not just dumping this stuff on, I'm actually taking and kind of pressing little clumps on. And I don't know if you can see, let's see if I can get some light. There we go. Alright, so that's kind of what it looks like. So I'm just going to do that with the rest of them. Alright, and we're done with the flocking. Boy, the light's hard to catch here. So, just one more step. Okay guys, one last step you're going to want to do on something like this, or terrain, or anything that's going to get some use. And that is to protect all this stuff. You don't want it falling apart. This stuff is going to be really fragile if you don't do something with it. So let it all dry real good. I mean, set it aside overnight. Let everything dry real good. And then you can do one of two things. What I did with this one is I just took like a 50-50 solution of PVA glue and water and just, you know, slopped it over the whole thing. That makes these kind of hard, puts a protective coat on it, kind of ties everything down, and that works pretty good. Even better, though more expensive, is to put a coat or a couple coats of polyurethane on it. If you want it real tough, put on a coat of semi-gloss or even better gloss first, and then put on a coat of matte polyurethane. And this thing will be just about rock hard if you do that. So it's more expensive, but it's also more protection. So it just depends on how much you think you're going to use it. If you're going to use it for nothing but a tool caddy, the PVA and the water is probably fine. If you're going to use it for heavy gaming and use it a lot, if the polyurethane is going to cost a little more, but it'll make this last longer. So, you know, just make a decision. So that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this was useful for you. I hope the techniques will help you out in a lot of different projects. And before I go, I just wanted to do a couple quick shout outs. Camloopian and Terrainaholic, if you haven't checked out their channels, you need to. I watched them a lot when I was learning how to do this stuff, and they are just geniuses. And I want to give a very special thank you to Viv over at Rubbish In, Rubbish Out. He did a lot to help me out with my first video series, gave me some feedback, and he's just a super nice guy. So thanks a lot, Viv. Alright, see you guys.